Join me today as I ride up the coast to the first annual Otter Run motorcycle poker chip run in Newport, Oregon. For me, the trip starts with a 98-mile ride from Goose Bay up to Newport itself. Along the route on Highway 101 is one of my favorite features of the Oregon coast. For some reason or another, I happen to love bridges of every kind, and the Oregon coast is known for having some of the most beautiful. Most of these that you'll find in the major port cities and beyond were all designed and constructed by the same engineer back in the 1930s era, Condy McCullough. This first bridge that I'm riding over is actually named after him. The Condy McCullough Memorial Bridge was named after him just after he passed in, I believe, 1947. All of these bridges pretty much maintain the same feel of just beautiful spanning green arches, as well as some great concrete work. He is actually quoted as saying they were jeweled clasps in a wonderful string of matched pearls. One of the bridges that you'll see a little later on, the Alsea Bay Bridge, was replaced fully in 1991 because it corroded. So you won't see the green arches there. However, you will still see some of the design elements that Condy put into all of his bridges that he made. Funnily enough, that green that I mentioned that is seen among all of these bridges is actually a specific paint called ODOT green for the Oregon Department of Transportation. You can actually see it on bridges all over the country. There's a somewhat funny story behind the color, though. It originated in the John McLaughlin Bridge, which is on the Clackamas River, somewhere between Oregon City and Gladstone. However, the first green bridge that we know of was the St. John's Bridge. That bridge was painted verdigreen. When it came time to paint that bridge, which spans the Willamette River in Portland, representatives for the local airfield wanted to paint the bridge black and yellow stripes because they were afraid that they would run into it. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, whether it's now or 1928, I feel that if you're concerned that you're going to fly the plane into a massive concrete bridge because you couldn't see it, whether it was green or brown or red, I'm not entirely sure that I want you to be the one flying the plane. And that is the funny story of ODOT green. At this point in the video, you can see we have officially started off on the route for the poker chip run. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the first ever Otter Run in Newport, Oregon. It's going to benefit the Oregon Coast Aquarium and the Children's Advocacy Center of Lincoln County. It is stopping at 5 different stops along the coast, beginning at the U.S. Leatherworks store in Depot Bay. I'm not entirely sure I pronounced Depot right, but you get the gist. Then from there we headed up north to Moe's Restaurant in Lincoln City. Moe's is very well known here on the coast for some delicious clam chowder and seafood. From there we backtracked down south and over to the east to Noel's Market and Selects, down to Mugley's Bowling in Toledo, and then finishing up at Sawyer's Landing back in Newport. Once everybody was done through the route, we met back up at Wolf Tree Brewery and Tap Room in Newport, where the winner of the poker chip run was gifted a Langlet's leather jacket. Unfortunately, it was not me. But all of the best to the gentleman that won it. I hope it fits him better. With that, enjoy the final clips of the ride, and at the end, some clips of those who this is going to benefit, the denizens of the Oregon Coast Aquarium. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the music, and have a wonderful ride.